papers, please.
Komm her! Was haben Sie da?
Where are they taking him?
They are not taking him anywhere.
Oh.
You alright?
Says what? What law am I breaking? I checked with my solicitor before I came out in public with a mask on. I'm not breaking the law.
Now, although I can't find anything specific about facial covering in the law, it does seem that at the moment it's not illegal to wear a face mask or cover some or all of your face whilst in public. However, I have read that Section 60 of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994 suggests that where a Section 60 order is in place, a senior officer may order that masks be removed in a given area. This may be communicated by a junior officer or constable. However, refusal to do so then becomes an offence for which you may be liable for arrest. Section 60 orders can be defined as the power of the police to stop and search in anticipation of violence. The first thing to note is that actual violence is not required. If a superintendent or an inspector, if a superintendent is not available, believes that incidents involving violence are likely to occur and it is expedient to do so to prevent their occurrence, he may give authorisation to stop and search people and vehicles within a specified area for up to 24 hours, including asking them to remove their face coverings. This was seen during the 2011 United Kingdom anti-austerity protests. One of the temporary policies discussed in the Cobra meeting was to ban the covering of the face during the riots, generally only enforced in areas in a riot stage. None were arrested solely for wearing masks, however, only ordered to take them off. In 2013, a face coverings prohibition bill was presented to Parliament. However, that bill failed to complete its passage through Parliament before the end of session. In that bill, it suggested that Section 1.1 of that very Act requests that, subject to the exemptions in subsection 3, a person wearing a garment or other object intended by the wearer as its primary purpose to obscure the face in a public place shall be guilty of an offence. Unfortunately, this would have given the police another law they could abuse at any time they wish, much like Section 44 of the Terrorism Act and Section 50 of the Police Reform Act.
Am I obliged to? Am I obliged to? If I'm obliged to and you can tell me what law I'm breaking, I'll take it off.
What's your name, buddy? Some details.
I'm not obliged to give you my name.
I was going to run this out to the bin, yeah?
You're not being detained, do what you want.
Yeah, of course, man.
You're alright, mate?
Still polite to ask you to speak.
Am I obliged to give you my name?
Yeah, you are, mate.
Under what law?
Okay. What's your name,
Under
pal?
what law?
It's an offence to not give you your
Under
details.
what law?
It is not an offence to fail to provide your details when asked, unless, as previously mentioned, Section 60 of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act 1994 is in effect. You are being required to provide under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, which incidentally requires reasonable belief that you are committing antisocial behaviour. Antisocial behaviour is defined as behaviour likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress, the same as the offence under Section 5 of the Public Order Act 1986, or if you are required to do so under the Road Traffic Act 1998, Section 163 to 168, whereby if you are the driver of any vehicle, including pedal cycles, you can be required to give your name, address and date of birth under that legislation.
Questions?
Religion? Right. No. Is it your religion?
I was politely declining to answer any questions, officer.
Right. The reason I'm asking you to remove it is because we've had a couple of robberies in the street around here quite recently, okay? And when we can't see people's faces, it's very difficult to determine who they are.
So, you have had some robberies in a nearby street, and because this lad is wearing a face mask, he is suspected of involvement in some way. Another example of guilty until you can prove your innocence.
I've never met you before.
Are you stopping Muslim women and asking them to take the face coverings off?
That's for religious purposes. I've just asked you whether
the purpose is irrelevant if people are getting robbed. Am I being detained?
No,
Am I being arrested?
No, it's
Then I'm free to go. Bye. See ya. Have a nice day.